After an eventful first day in the capital and a hangover from the exotic street food, there's a lot more cultural exploring that has to be done. I'm going to begin my day by heading to one of the oldest tea houses in the city. In Taiwan, the Taiwanese tea is not just a drink, but an important and deeply rooted part of their culture.
The tea culture was introduced to Taiwan in the 1600s by the Dutch when they first came in. It was made popular by the Chinese by the 1800s, and it was put on the global map actually by the Japanese in the 1900s. And now, after I've given you all this information, I'm on my way for my first cup of tea this morning.
The Wang Tea House has quite an interesting decor, but what really caught my eye was the wall clock, which signified the year in which the tea house began, 1890. Jason introduced me to their in-house factory. This 120-year-old place yet manages to use the traditional ways of making roasted tea. Jason and I sat down to discuss the Taiwanese tea culture over a cup of oolong tea.
Taiwan is more I would say focusing on the oolong tea.
Right.
Yeah, we still have the green and black as well, but oolong tea is part of our culture.
And oolong tea, if I'm not wrong, is somewhere between black and green.
That's
right?
very correct. Oolong tea, that means the semi-fermentations. And green tea is non-fermented, black tea is 100%. So the oolong tea is something in between, and we call that oolong tea.
So this is a very, very special experience that I'm going to have right now. They don't do it like this anymore, but this is how it used to be.
So first we'll warm the teapot first and also the cups.
So do you say anything like cheers, or what do you say when you have tea?
Usually no, but when you drink tea, you can smell
Yeah, it's
and you
nice,
drink it.
goldenish.
Yes.
It's beautiful. Like I thought, it's very delicate flavors, just a tinge of tea somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice, beautiful.
After sipping some freshly made Taiwanese tea, it's time to indulge in some good food, and today's lunch is very special. If there was one thing that I knew about Taiwan, it was the fact that this place was the home to the world-famous restaurant Din Tai Fung. The Taipei 101 branch of Din Tai Fung is located inside the skyscraper's basement food hall. This is one of the biggest outlets in Taiwan, and I can see a massive crowd of people waiting to go in. Din Tai Fung started off as a small dumpling business by the founder Mr. Yang and his wife. Now has more than 80 franchises around the world. Regarded as one of the top 10 restaurants in the world, a visit here is a must.
So I am at the home of Din Tai Fung. This is where Din Tai Fung was born, in Taiwan. And the outlet that I am sitting at, this is at Taipei 101, which is the tallest tower in Taiwan. And the energy and buzz in this place is simply amazing. Now this outlet alone serves about 3,000 to 4,000 people every single day, and they churn out about 10,000 to 14,000 dumplings every single day. Can you beat that? So these are some of the must-haves at Din Tai Fung, but what I'm going to show you is what makes Din Tai Fung so very popular. This is the Xiaolong Bao. Most people call it Xiang Lao Bao, but it's actually Xiaolong Bao. Okay, and before you actually take this dumpling, there's a small course that you need to do, but I'll show you how it's done. So you make a sort of a dip for yourself, which has 1 portion of the soy and 3 portions of the vinegar. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so your dip is ready. Now what you need to do, pick up 1 Xiaolong Bao, put it into your spoon. Now because this has got soup inside it, you've got to make a hole in it and the soup comes out. Now that's where all the flavor is. So after you've had the soup, all you do is take your ginger, place it on top of this, and here's the xiaolong bao. The wrapper of the xiaolong bao is so thin, it actually starts melting in your mouth. The flavor of the meat is so nice and so tender and so clean. It's just the meat that you can taste. And the soup that was inside it makes the whole bite so moist. You cannot come to Taiwan and not try Din Tai Fung. That will be a sin.
After a great meal at Din Tai Fung, it's time to visit the Shifen Old Street, which is located at the new Taipei city. As ironic as it sounds, this old street is a bustling hub with the charm of an old railroad town. A decades-long practice that is followed by the locals and tourists at the Shifen Old Street is standing between the railway tracks and lighting up the sky lanterns on which people write their wishes. Once used as a signaling system for those living and working on the railroad industry, the Old Street today celebrates a sky lantern festival once a year. I've chosen a red lantern to write my message. Now this message is an extension of my appreciation and gratitude to all my viewers. And I hope Weekend Out on Sony TV continues to entertain people for years to come.